Is this you? You've been pumped up about CrossFit all day. The workout looks like a lot of fun. It's your favorite moves. For me, say it's one rep clean and jerk. Like, oh, we get to show off, get to film it, put it online. I'm pumped up. And then we pull up to CrossFit, and it's the middle of July, Oklahoma, here at CrossFit Fiend, and you jump out of that car, and the first thing you say is, "It's freaking hot. This is gonna suck." I'm not saying you've ruined it, but you've made it a better chance of you not enjoying showing up to something you look forward to all day, getting to have that recess moment of your day. As kids, we went to school and we got to see our friends and we got to have recess, so there was play in between. And we lose that as an adult because we get all these responsibilities. We've got our own kids to take care of. We've got our wives or our husbands or, just work in general. And we lose that play spirit. And to me, the best part about CrossFit is that recess aspect of it. You get to go, you will make genuine friends if you show up. And if you go to the same class, you're going to see them. That's how adults work, is we work on schedules. So a lot of people go to the same class every day. So you get to make friends and you get to see them. And then you get to work out with them. So you're challenging yourself and you get that aspect of a bond with an adult that isn't your family. And these people want nothing but the best for you. And they're going to challenge you and they're going to celebrate with you and they're going to, know your name and know your story. And we're putting a damper on that before we even walk in the door because of something out of our control. You can't control the weather. What you can control is your self-talk, your effort, and showing up. And those three things, if you can control them, now you can control more aspects of enjoyment. Because if you stay on it's a one rep clean and jerk, it's hot, but I'm going to be sweaty, and that's going to make the video look even cooler because sweat flying off and, looking just shredded because of this weather is making me burn more calories. Like, you gotta search for the good or you're never gonna see it. You know, our motto here is strong in the gym, unstoppable out there in life. And the weather is part of life. So, we're probably, a lot of people want us to get AC, but I think that's just the comfort in them. I think they also know that they're going to be more ready to have to do something in the heat than other people. Let's say your kids play soccer and you're out there and the coach needs you. Like, I don't know, maybe to demo. Maybe you're a really good soccer player, but you haven't played in a while, you don't train much, and when you do, it's in the AC. And the coach calls you out to help show them, and you can't perform because it's hot and you aren't trained for it. So, training encompasses everything. We can't control the weather, so why should we control it when we train for the unknown and the unknowable? There's a reason it saves on electric, not gonna lie. That's a nice save. But you don't need AC. You need to get better. It's 1 hour of getting uncomfortable on purpose, strong in the gym, strong minded in the gym. And when you do this on purpose, it's going to make you strong in life, unstoppable in life. If you can come to a place for an hour a day, no matter the weather, no matter how, stressful work is, no matter anything, if you show up 4 times a week, when you say you're going to show up, you're going to get better. Mentally, physically, emotionally, relationships wise, you're going to start getting better. You're hanging around people who are getting better. So that alone is going to make everybody better. Let me turn everything to do not disturb real quick. Gee whiz. But cool thing is Keegan, we're looking at having a drop in next Monday. So if anything's hurting you, he's gonna be around. He'll fix you right up. He's a great dude. Shout out to Keegan over at RCVR, that whole squad, great people. So we got to get back to him and get him here for the members. But to the heat, like, you need to be ready. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. So you've got to train and be ready for stuff like that. There's a research, let's read it. CDC and NIOSH research says you need about 7 to 14 days of steady heat exposure to actually adapt. So those first few weeks of summer, it's bad. But once you start adapting, you start to sweat sooner. Your circulation, your blood circulation gets better. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard to keep your body cool. So you get fitter in the heat by adapting. But that's, you've got to show up. If, in Oklahoma, you get a small transition, and it's a time of the year where vacations and planning and kids and all that happen, and people miss this little transition. Our seasons, fall and spring, are not too long. So we're usually either cold or really hot. And if you miss that, I say like 2, maybe 3, maybe a month here in Oklahoma, that transition from 50 to 100, where it builds, and then you come back and expect to be good, like, that's tough. You're going to have to toughen it out and get through it. Maybe it's going to 5:30 a.m. and then 6:30 p.m. and then your middle classes. But, it's going to take you at least, I would say, a couple weeks to get ready for the heat. And the research backs that up. Oklahoma is hot. Yeah, it's, so you need to be hydrating. You're going to sweat. Sweat's a good thing. You need to hydrate before you're thirsty with electrolytes. Sip on it all day. You're going to get way more out of not being dehydrated. If you feel dry, if your mouth is dry and all that, I'm not saying you're going to die, but it's too late for today. We need to be hydrated before we get super dry. So, adding electrolytes, because you're sweating some salt out. If you look at my hats, you can see, like, there's salt coming out in the summer. There's everything coming out. And that's a good thing. Like, replenish, release, replenish, get fresh water, get fresh electrolytes in you. You're going to feel better. You're going to not cramp. And sipping on water instead of chugging a gallon before you come work out in an hour and then thinking, why does my belly feel like this? This is going to be a lot better. You're throwing around a waterbed doing burpees. That's never a good time, feeling the waves as doing burpees over the bar in your belly. So, hydrate all day. It's summer. You want to sweat. Don't shy away from the sweat. Know the signs. Like, if you stop sweating, stop everything. If you're getting dizzy, yeah, you got to let your coach know how you feel that day. Maybe, I haven't had much water. It's been stress. I've been sweating, and let the coach help you. Like, maybe today we just move, picking those cooler classes, early morning or the last 6:30 p.m. class can be a help. There's ways to do this, wearing lighter clothes, taking the shirt off, wearing a cool, dry, light color shirt. If we're running, wearing a black shirt and then complaining about the heat is crazy to me. Put on something bright that doesn't attract the sun. Think about what you're doing. Have plans. Understand and bring awareness to whenever you have that negative self-talk that, oh, this is going to suck. Be like, no, it's not. It's not. Because it's only going to suck if you think it's going to. It's just hot. It's okay. we haven't had AC as humans for that long, and we've all made it without. So you're going to be fine. And just remember, it's a good thing. Discomfort is where we grow. So if you know the signs and you let the coach know, they can help you. Us coaches are what you pay for. And as a coach, I can say this, it gets old pretty quick. Like, I talk to 15 people every time I coach. And in the summer, if I coach 3 classes and say we have an average of 10 people a class, I get to hear 30 times whenever I ask, how are you today? And I genuinely am asking because I want to know how you are today. And I get the same thing for 2 months straight. It's hot. I'm hot. It's hot. Like, I know it. I'm out here with you. I know it's hot. I can tell you one thing that isn't going to make it cooler that I know has never worked, and I've seen it done thousands of times, and that's saying it's hot. All you're doing is pointing out to you something you already know. You're making your mind focus on it instead of like, it's a great day to get better. Like, why don't we put that in our mind? It's a great day to sweat and lose some weight. Man, the sun's shining. That's going to make the grass greener. It's like, you can be positive about the heat. It's not that big of a deal. It's your mindset that's making the heat. Have something that you look forward to all day sitting in the AC become something that's like a burden. And I don't ever want us working out to feel like working out is a burden or something we have to do. You get to do this. You want to do this. I've talked with so many people, and every member who has been a member of our gym, we have a no sweat intro or a sit down. And most people I've sit down and I've talked to, and I see it in them. They want something better, but then they're going to let something like the sun and the heat take that from them. And it's 2 months of discomfort. And in that 2 months, your mental game can grow so much if you just bring some awareness to negative talk. It's hot. Don't even say it. Like, it's a great day. I'm here, sun shining, happy to sweat all them toxins out. Maybe you had a couple energy drinks. You can sweat some of that stuff out and get it out of you. Move, get better. But it all starts up here, and it's being aware of those habits that are holding us back. And that negative self-talk is a habit I've seen hold more people back than anything. Anything in the world is falling back to that old self of, I'm a victim. It's hot and it sucks. Every single person who comes today is going to be hot. Some are going to talk about it and live in it, and some are just going to come and have fun working out with their friends. So I hope you can make the right choice on how you talk about it, and you can have fun with your friends instead of just working out in the heat. If you like this podcast, go ahead and give us a follow. It's a big help. I even hate asking for that, but I got to start doing it. If you can give us a follow, give us a like, share it with a friend. We're just here to try and help people and make them better every day through mindset, working out, community. And, if CrossFit Fiend feels like the right community to you, text me right now. Text ready to 405-921-6717, and we'll get you started right now. Looking forward to hearing from you. You guys stay rad.